Quick disclaimer here, trading is very risky and carries a high level of risk. Anything said here is not a financial advice. Make sure you trade with money you can only afford to lose. Stay safe. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's a beautiful weekend out here again. This is the voice of TRADEWITHWORLDBANK. For those that are new to the channel, I want to welcome you to the channel and make sure if you are watching me for the first time or this is your first time watching TRADEWITHWORLDBANK's channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at currency pairs. It's been a very long time since we looked at currency pairs and analyzed them. So for today, we're going to be looking at Euro CHF, Euro USD, GBP JPY, and Bitcoin itself. Because for a very long time, I think it's like 2 weeks ago now, we've not really spoken about currency pairs. So analyzing currency pairs, we're going to be starting from the weekly time frame down to the 1 hour time frame, because that's where I always stop. And yeah, we should see what we're expecting for next week and where we are probably heading. So let me delete all this I have here. Yeah, so we have a bearish scenario over here, very bearish scenario. So since we are bearish, I need to look for supply zones that price can retrace into and give me selling opportunities. But right now we have another change of character here. Yeah, I can call this a change of character. Yeah, because that's the first, at least I consider that's the first break of structure we have here to the upside. So it's a change of character. So it might only change structure if we get a movement like this, a tap into the demand zone, and then another breakout. Okay, so then this will be the break of structure. That will be the break of structure. So this way we are confirming that this price action is now bullish, or else this change of character will be fake. To be a fake change of character and price just continue dropping. So we have to see another break of structure before we can identify this as a change of character, or else this change of character is invalid. Okay, so moving into our analysis, we're expecting price to tap into this demand zone, price tapping into this demand zone and reacting from there, buying into this supply zone. So let's move to the daily time frame to check for more zones and refine our zones. Yeah, so we have another demand zone here also, causing that change of character. I really don't have supply zones to the left, so let me focus on the other flow here. Okay, so I can refine this demand zone over again, and now I have another demand zone. Okay, so lastly, the 1 hour time frame. What do we have on the 1 hour time frame? We have a strong imbalance over here and then a supply zone over here. So we can call this a break of structure. You can see it's not a change of character because this is not the first break of structure after this downtrend. We've had multiple series of breaks of structures like this over here. We have one over here also. So this is a break of structure, not a change of character. Okay, so I can be expecting a pullback into this supply zone or into this imbalance over there, and then I'll expect it to tap into the first demand zone, which caused the change of character on the daily time frame. Remember this one here or this one here. So that is what I'm expecting, and then I should be expecting a reaction from either of those demand zones, or else if it should break out from the demand zones more like this, breaking out of the demand zones just like this, then this change of character is not a real change of character, it's just a fake change of character to to confuse smart money traders. So it's going to be a real change of character if I get a reaction from this, either this demand or this demand breaking this eye. Okay, breaking this eye to give us a break of structure. So that is it. Okay, so that will be all for Euro CHF. So for the week Euro CHF, you can see expect sales from that supply zone over there. Yes, and then price, this is the target, either this one or this one. Yeah, next on the list is Euro USD. As usual, we are going to be starting with the weekly time frame and see what we have. So on the weekly time frame, we swapped, we changed direction, we changed bias to the bullish bias. Looking at this, just like Euro CHF, we've got our change of character again. Change of character. So this change of character, we don't know if it will be valid unless we get a reaction from the demand here and then another break of structure over here. So that is how to know if a change of character will be valid, or else it is not a change of character. It will just continue. It will just be more like a liquidity grab and then continue dropping to the downside. So you have to be careful when selecting your change of characters. This is the demand zone. Moving to the weekly, moving to the daily time frame now. You can refine it. I would love to use this. Yeah, I would love to use this. And so for now I'll be bullish. Okay, for now I'm bullish since we've gotten a change of character, and I'll be more bullish when I get another break of structure. But then let's look at the 4-hour time frame. No, I'll still love to see the weekly time frame. I'll still love to see the supply zones that can push price down, because the weekly structure is very, very bearish. Weekly structure is very bearish, so I love to see the supply zones that can still push us down. Yes, that is a strong supply zone, you understand? That this is a change break of structure. Change break of structure. This is a change of character. Okay, so once we get a breakout of this supply zone or this supply zone here, okay, let me just draw out the 2 supply zones I have. Let me go with this. Yeah, so I have this supply zone over here. Once we get a breakout, then we're expecting a retest and then continued movements or continued delivery of price to the upside. That is what I would love to see on Euro USD, or else we get a reaction from this weekly supply and continue selling off. Okay, moving to the daily, you can refine it as you wish. Moving to the 4-hour time frame. What do we have on the 4-hour time frame? Looks very, very bullish. So we have series of demand zones that has mitigated, that has played out, and that would still play out. So let's move to the 1-hour time frame to see things clearly. Okay, I'll have to use this demand zone over here. Okay, this was a CPI trade. CPI signal was sent, signal and direction was sent before the news to my students. Since fundamentals are back, I think I'll be trading just CPI for now, since there is no rejection. It hasn't been giving rejection since July, as far as I'm concerned. So since I know market's direction, I already know the direction of the news. I always teach my students this 2 direction of news inside my mentorship. It all comes with it, so you can get the direction of the news before the news comes. Though this is a demand zone, we don't use demand and supply to predict news, but then it's it's played out with the news. But I didn't use demand and supply to predict the news, so don't think we use demand and supply for the news. There's a lot. Then this is what I'm expecting: price to retrace down, and then we can continue going bullish again on Euro USD. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting on Euro USD. And the next on our list is GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, I think I can remember we had a strong rejection on the weekly time frame. Yeah, on the weekly time frame, we had a strong rejection to the upside. Now it's trying to retrace back down a little bit. Let's delete all I have here. And yeah, so since we have liquidity grab here, I know that price would always like to go in the direction of liquidity grab. So I know we are still very bullish on this, and looking to the left, we are still bullish. Okay, so this is a demand zone here, price might react from. Moving to the daily time frame, what can we see again? On the daily time frame, you can refine it nicely. This is a strong daily time frame. I love this POI. It's a strong demand zone rather. So we have a break of structure to the upside, and you can expect some series of reaction on that demand zone. Moving to the 4-hour time frame, let's see what we have on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, on 4-hour time frame, we can refine it a little, and so moving into the 4-hour time frame, we can take sales into this demand zone. That's what I would love to anticipate or see or expect on GBP JPY. Okay, on GJ, this is what I'm expecting. Since we have a series of supply zones, since this is the most recent supply zone over here, I'd love to take my entries at the supply zone here, and this will be the targets, the demand zone, the daily time frame. So some people might say, is this not liquidity, blah blah blah. I really don't. It's not really an issue to me. Yeah, so this is the next supply zone. So if this doesn't play out, definitely this should play out. One of the two should play out. So you wouldn't be using instant pending orders on the supply zone. You understand? You have to wait for your confirmation. Once you get your confirmation at the right time, you strike. At the right time, you strike. So that is it on GBP JPY, and I still think I love this extreme one because there's already liquidity grab over here. There's liquidity grab there, almost mitigating this supply zone. So I would love to use this extreme one. Yeah, this extreme one looks valid. Liquidity has confluence. You can add your Fibonacci. Let's just check. Okay, it's on 0.61. It's exactly on 0.61. So it's a very valid supply zone, but this has less potential, but this one has more potential. Okay, now the next on the list is BTC USD, the almighty BTC USD, the almighty Bitcoin. So I believe everyone can remember from my analysis, I've always been saying Bitcoin is going to 10k. Bitcoin is going to 10k. It won't go to 10k only if there's a like a shift in trend, like a change in trend, something like that. But so far so good. I've not really gotten any reasonable shifts or change in trend that has happened on BTC. Fundamentals happening, the bankruptcy of FTX, other investors pulling out of different cryptocurrencies and different crypto assets, is very, very saddening. So this is affecting Bitcoin as a whole, and you can see this whole buy move over here was just more like a Wyckoff redistribution process. You understand? So initially something about price or market is that it's not like the fundamentals are the real cause of anything that happened in the market. You understand? I'm not saying it's not the real cause, but fundamentals only make things to be faster. You understand? Initially, if that bankruptcy didn't happen on crypto, blah blah blah, FTX, all those saga didn't happen, trust me, BTC would still head to 16k. The only thing that bankruptcy, that fundamental analysis did was to fasten the process. Simple as that. It's to fasten the process, because come to think about it, FTX was the one having issues, but all the cryptocurrencies crashed. Look at that. All the cryptocurrencies crashed. Why did all the cryptocurrencies crash? Why? So you should know that definitely price is still heading there, just that the fundamental analysis helped it to move there faster. Look at Solana. My chart isn't loading up right now. I want us to look at Solana. Solana did minus 64% in just one single day. Is there anything that happened to Solana company? No. Yeah, where's Solana? I have Solana here. Yeah, Solana is now on 15 USD. Solana is now 15 USD. Nothing happened to Solana company. It was Bitcoin and USDT that was having issues, and FTX. But why did Solana crash? Though you can say because Bitcoin was crashing, if Bitcoin crash, other assets might crash. Well, that's true. But the thing is, fundamental only made it faster. Even if fundamental didn't happen, definitely it was still going to head to this price. So that is what I'm trying to point out. So moving to Bitcoin USD, on the weekly time frame, like I've been saying, our target is $10,000. But then you can see I was making some analysis, delete this, some weeks ago. You can see I was expecting my target to be here to retest that support zone or this demand over here. You can see we got a little reaction from this demand zone, broke it out, and it has broken out a major demand again over here, a major support over here. Sorry, support. Yeah, look at that support. So now we are officially bearish. The only thing that can happen here is a retest and the drop continues just like that. So let's analyze and see how we can get to 10k. That is why I didn't hold any crypto, or I don't hold crypto, because when looking at it, I was already seeing it was very, very bearish. And in all my analysis, I've been looking for opportunities to short, and there is no point buying crypto again. I was expecting it to hit this supply zone, at least hit this supply zone over here, hit the supply zone, and then continue with drop. But look at what happened. It almost hits the supply zone, probably the imbalance over there, and it just started dropping just like that. So even if there was no fundamental analysis, it would still drop because it was following the normal movements or normal order flow of the markets. You understand? So the fundamental just made it faster. You can see demand and supply. If there's no fundamentals, it will still drop, but it might drop slowly. But now look at what happened. Bankruptcy news came, everything happened. Look at the beautiful drop. So that is just it. Okay, same thing with currency news, all this CPI, CPI and the likes. You just saw Euro USD. CPI reacted from a demand zone. If there was no CPI, it means price will actually still react from that demand zone, just that it might react slower. The news only made it faster. So I'm waiting for Bitcoin to load up right now and look for more opportunities to shorts, since we're officially bearish. We still have a supply zone here. Now it is ranging. So this range here might be something like that has happened over here. The range and then the drop, range, drop. You all know all this distribution and redistribution process. So this is what I'm expecting on Bitcoin. I'm expecting to hit this supply over here. You can see it has even almost hit that supply zone. And we have another fresh supply here. We have a fresh supply over there. Fresh supply over there. And you can get a reaction from either this supply zone or this supply zone. Yeah. So this is what I'm expecting. Either of this supply zone, both are valid. But I love this one more because this one has created more like inducements kind of movements over here. I can still call this inducements. Yeah, I can still call this inducements. So that is my beautiful analysis and opinion on Bitcoin. I'm still expecting more drop on BTC. So I think this has been helpful. If you love my videos, give it a thumbs up. It helps a lot. If you are new to this channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification icon so you can get notified whenever I drop beautiful content like this. If you want to reach me concerning my mentorship, you can chat me up on WhatsApp. The link is in my description, and drop a comment if you have any suggestions or any question. That will be all for now. Peace, guys. I'm out.